Imagine standing before a grand medieval castle, its towering walls seemingly impenetrable. The towers rise against the sky, symbolizing strength and security. Yet, beneath the surface, an entirely different battle was underway. Undeterred by the formidable defenses above ground, attackers dug tunnels beneath these massive structures. This method, known as undermining or sapping, was a clever and ingenious strategy to collapse walls and breach the castle's defenses. Picture the scene: soldiers working tirelessly in dimly lit tunnels, their calloused hands moving swiftly as they placed kindling and other flammable materials, all in the hope of bringing down the enemy fortress. It's a vivid reminder that warfare was not just fought with swords and arrows, but with shovels, determination, and fire. Undermining castles. Imagine you're standing before a grand medieval castle, its towering walls seemingly impenetrable. Yet, beneath the surface, a whole other battle was taking place. Attackers, undeterred by the formidable defenses above ground, would dig tunnels underneath these massive structures. This method, known as undermining or sapping, was a cunning strategy to collapse walls and breach the castle's defenses. Picture the scene: soldiers working tirelessly in dimly lit tunnels, carefully placing kindling to set ablaze, all in the hope of bringing down the enemy's fortress. It's a vivid reminder of how warfare was not just fought with swords and arrows, but with shovels and fire too. The practice of undermining didn't just end in medieval times. As gunpowder became more common, the tactics evolved, becoming even more devastating. Imagine the explosion's impact as the walls crumbled, creating chaos within the castle. This method adapted and persisted, showing the relentless ingenuity in military strategy. The transition from kindling to gunpowder marks a significant evolution in siege tactics, demonstrating how technology reshaped ancient methods to achieve more destructive results. Understanding these strategies offers a fascinating glimpse into the persistence and adaptability of military engineers. For instance, the Siege of Rochester Castle in 1215 is a prime example where undermining played a crucial role. Attackers dug tunnels to weaken the castle's foundations, leading to its eventual fall. These historic examples not only highlight the method's effectiveness, but also its strategic importance in medieval warfare. It's like peeling back layers of history to reveal the raw ingenuity and determination that defined these conflicts. Historic examples. When diving into medieval history, certain sieges stand out due to the brilliant use of sapping. Take the Siege of Rochester Castle in 1215, for example. Imagine the tension as King John's forces tirelessly worked to undermine the castle's defenses. They dug tunnels beneath the tower, set fires to collapse the stone structure, and ultimately brought down a significant portion of the castle wall. This siege is a vivid example of how sapping could turn the tide in medieval warfare, demonstrating the attackers' relentless drive and ingenuity. Another notable example is the Siege of Bedford Castle in 1224. During this siege, undermining once again proved its worth. The attackers, led by King Henry III, employed similar tactics, tunneling under the castle walls to weaken and eventually breach them. This siege showcases the critical role of sapping in medieval military strategy, where the strength of a castle's walls was no match for the persistent efforts of determined attackers. These historic moments illustrate the practical application of undermining, turning it into an effective siege tactic that could decisively end a prolonged standoff. But it wasn't just English castles that faced these tactics. Castles across Europe, like Dover Castle, also experienced the relentless assaults of sappers. Imagine the psychological pressure on the defenders, knowing that at any moment, the ground beneath them could give way, leading to a catastrophic collapse. These historic examples serve as a testament to the strategic brilliance and daring of medieval engineers, whose innovative methods left a lasting mark on military history. The echoes of these sieges still resonate today, reminding us of the cleverness and determination that shaped the battles of the past. Sapping through history. Sapping, the art of undermining fortifications, stretches back far beyond the medieval era. Imagine ancient soldiers, 4,000 years ago, working in unison to tunnel beneath enemy walls. One of the earliest documented uses of sapping can be traced to the siege of Dura Europos in 256 CE. The attackers, facing formidable defenses, dug tunnels to collapse the city walls, a tactic that speaks volumes about their ingenuity and desperation. This ancient city, nestled on the Euphrates, became a battleground where the clash of cultures and technologies was vividly displayed. The Romans and Sasanians were also masters of this underground warfare. Picture Roman soldiers, renowned for their engineering prowess, meticulously digging tunnels beneath enemy fortifications. Their opponents, the Sasanians, were equally skilled, often engaging in counter-tunneling to thwart Roman efforts. This subterranean combat was a game of cat and mouse, where sound engineering and nerves of steel were paramount. These ancient conflicts underscore how sapping was a crucial element in the warfare strategies of great civilizations, shaping the outcomes of battles that defined their eras. Even as centuries passed, the essence of sapping remained unchanged, albeit with evolving techniques. The transition from rudimentary digging tools to more sophisticated methods, including the use of wooden supports and ventilation systems, marked an ongoing refinement of the craft. This relentless pursuit of improvement reflects the broader human story of innovation in the face of adversity. The tales of ancient sappers, working in the shadows to bring down mighty walls, remind us of the enduring ingenuity and determination that characterize military history. And just as in those ancient days, the element of surprise and strategy in sapping continues to captivate our imagination. Evolution with gunpowder. The introduction of gunpowder revolutionized the art of sapping, making it even more formidable. Imagine the scene. Medieval sappers, who once relied on simple tools and fire, now had access to a powerful new element. Gunpowder changed the game, enabling sappers to create larger breaches in castle walls with devastating explosions. This evolution didn't just enhance the destructive power of sapping, it transformed siege tactics, making defenses that once seemed impregnable suddenly vulnerable. The use of gunpowder in sapping is vividly illustrated by the sieges of the late medieval and early modern periods. Picture the defenders of a castle, already weary from the relentless pressure of a siege, now facing the terrifying potential of explosive charges being set beneath their walls. The ground would tremble, walls would shatter, and chaos would ensue. This dramatic shift in siege warfare is a testament to how technological advancements can reshape military strategies. It's a stark reminder of how innovation drives change, even in the ancient and brutal world of warfare. As gunpowder became more widespread, the methods of its use in sapping also became more sophisticated. Engineers developed precise calculations for the amount of gunpowder needed and the optimal placement of charges to maximize damage. This scientific approach to undermining fortified structures marked a new era in military engineering. The explosions that once seemed random became meticulously planned events, designed to cause maximum disruption and panic among the defenders. This progression from fire to gunpowder highlights the relentless pursuit of efficiency and effectiveness in military tactics, setting the stage for modern warfare. Modern uses. While sapping may seem like a relic of medieval warfare, its principles have echoed through to modern times. Picture the trenches of World War I, where tunnel warfare once again came to the forefront. Soldiers dug intricate tunnel systems beneath no man's land, aiming to plant explosives under enemy lines. The goal was to create massive explosions, breaking through the stalemate of trench warfare. This modern application of ancient techniques demonstrates how some strategies remain relevant, even as technology advances. In the dense jungles of Vietnam, sapping took on new forms. The Viet Cong, known for their resourcefulness, used tunnel warfare to their advantage. They created extensive underground networks to hide from aerial bombardments, transport supplies, and launch surprise attacks. These tunnels were a modern evolution of sapping, showcasing how the basic concept of undermining could be adapted to fit different terrains and warfare conditions. The use of tunnels in Vietnam highlighted the enduring effectiveness of this strategy in guerrilla warfare. Even today, sapping has not been entirely abandoned. Modern conflicts sometimes see the use of tunneling for strategic purposes, whether to breach defenses or to smuggle supplies. The principle remains the same, using the element of surprise and the cover of darkness to gain an advantage over the enemy. The resilience and adaptability of this tactic through centuries of warfare illustrate its fundamental effectiveness. It's a reminder that while the tools and contexts may change, the core strategies of warfare often remain rooted in ancient wisdom and ingenuity. Conclusion: the practice of undermining didn't end in medieval times. With the introduction of gunpowder, the tactics evolved, becoming even more devastating and efficient. Imagine the impact of an underground explosion as the castle walls crumbled, creating chaos and confusion within the fortress. These techniques persisted and adapted over the centuries, showcasing relentless ingenuity and creativity in military strategy. From ancient tunneling methods to the modern trench warfare of World War I, the evolution of sapping reflects the persistence and adaptability of military engineers. Historic examples such as the Siege of Rochester in 1215 and the Siege of Bedford in 1224 demonstrate the effectiveness and strategic importance of this technique. During the Siege of Rochester, King John's soldiers dug tunnels under the castle tower, eventually collapsing its walls. Similarly, in the Siege of Bedford, Henry III's forces used comparable tactics to weaken the castle's defenses and secure victory. But the application of undermining was not limited to English castles. Across Europe, fortresses like Dover Castle faced relentless assaults from sappers. Imagine the psychological pressure on defenders, knowing that at any moment, the ground beneath them could give way, leading to a catastrophic collapse. These historic instances serve as a testament to the strategic brilliance and daring of medieval engineers, whose innovative methods left a lasting mark on military history. The introduction of gunpowder revolutionized the art of sapping, making it even more formidable. Sappers, who once relied on simple tools and fire, now had access to a powerful new element. Gunpowder changed the game, enabling larger breaches in castle walls with devastating explosions. This evolution didn't just enhance the destructive power of sapping, it transformed siege tactics, making defenses that once seemed impregnable suddenly vulnerable. The use of gunpowder in sapping is vividly illustrated by the sieges of the late medieval and early modern periods, where precise calculations and optimal placement of charges maximize damage. Today, while sapping might seem like a relic of medieval warfare, its principles echo through to modern times. During World War I, tunnel warfare resurfaced as soldiers dug intricate tunnel systems beneath no man's land, aiming to plant explosives under enemy lines. In the dense jungles of Vietnam, the Viet Cong utilized tunnel warfare to their advantage, creating extensive underground networks to hide from aerial bombardments, transport supplies, and launch surprise attacks. Even in contemporary conflicts, tunneling is sometimes used for strategic purposes, whether to breach defenses or smuggle supplies. So, the next time you visit a castle, remember the underground battles and hidden ingenuity that shaped the history of fortifications. These stories of courage and innovation not only illustrate the evolution of siege tactics, but also remind us of the eternal struggle between human ingenuity and seemingly insurmountable barriers. The history of sapping is a testament to the persistence and creativity in the art of war, leaving a lasting legacy in military strategies to this day.